part of a system. We use the media, it has a specific purpose, but look at the global impact of the media. What are we doing with it? Media must be considered as part of a system applied in the laboratory. How will it react and be stabilized in your dish configuration? So volumes, plasticwares, dishes, all these things are part of a system. And every lab's a little different. There are lots of ways to do this, but you need to look at your own environment, your own experience, and maximize those things. The protocols we'll talk about usually about 300 microliter, but if I find a laboratory that's in a very dry environment, larger volume is going to be a little bit more protected. So you need to really look at your unique situation and do things to protect your environment. So if you're using a 300 microliter, like say in the 6-well dish, but you're in a very, very dry environment, make sure you cover that dish. Protect it. Don't leave it open to the environment. Don't leave your hood running, increasing your evaporative loss rates. So these little details all make a big difference. And it's all about limiting your variability. What variables may exist and how do I eliminate them? I really wanted to highlight pH and especially oocytes. Now, oocytes we know have no ability to regulate their own pH. When we denude an oocyte, we've taken away all of its ability to protect itself. So we have an additional responsibility to make sure we are more diligent in having better pH control. Why Hebe's media is often seen in vitrification medias to control pH. So be aware of this. Human oocytes in embryo is very susceptible to pH shock. Now, embryos are much more ability to react. This is where you look at the pHi, internal pH within a cell, versus pHe, external pH within an environment. So I use the picture of a house, outside temperature, inside temperature. With a cell, we're doing the same thing with pH. And it's usually done through mechanisms, but oocytes do not have these. So once you've denuded your oocytes, be much more diligent. Before you freeze them, how do you handle them? How am I doing everything? Because they are much more sensitive.